Hey YouTube, so I'm on my way to a couple of Craigslist deals actually. Two of them I'm actually doing trades, and the other one I'm buying a PS2 game. So the first one, I am trading my boxed Super Nintendo for a few N64 games, and I'm also in that trade. I'm trading Wario's Woods and Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo for a copy of Kirby on the 64. So that's the first trade. The second trade, I am trading a Super Nintendo Mini with all the cords and a controller, and a Nintendo NES system with all the cords and a controller. And I'm getting in return a few Super Nintendo games, as well as a bunch of instruction books and a few strategy guides. So it was definitely worth it, because for the Mini and for the Nintendo console, I paid $10 each for, and the boxed Super Nintendo I only paid $25 for, and I'm getting like $90 worth of games for that. So I mean, it's definitely worth it. Instead of big bulky consoles taking up room, and these are all doubles. I mean, it's just I got a bunch of extra consoles sitting in the corner, so I'm getting rid of them to get some quality games, some instruction booklets, and all that other stuff. And then after that, I'm gonna go pick up my PS2 game. So I will keep y'all in touch and let y'all see what I get. Peace. Hey YouTube, so I just got finished with all three of my Craigslist deals, and I'm going to show you just a sneak peek real quick of something I got in one of the trades. Boom. But everything else I'm going to leave until I get back to the house, just because it's quite a bit of stuff. So I will see y'all when I get back. Hey YouTube, I just got back from my Craigslist deal, and I want to show you what I got. The first deal, I traded a box Super Nintendo complete. It also came with Super Mario World in the box, and then I also traded him Killer Instinct for the SNES, as well as Wario Woods. And for the console, I received a copy of GoldenEye 007 with the box, but the box didn't have the instruction manual with it, but I actually have the instruction manual. So I'll put those together, and now I have a complete copy of GoldenEye 007. I also received a copy of Mario Kart 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Mario Party 2. And for the two games that I traded him with the console, I received Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, so that was a pretty decent trade, I believe, considering what I paid for the games. So next, I traded a NES console with all the hookups and a controller, no games, and this is what I received. I only paid $10 for the NES console, so once again, this was a pretty good trade for me. A purple Game Boy Color, and it does have the battery case or cover to it. A copy of Super Mario World with a dust cover on it. A copy of Super Mario All-Stars with a dust cover on it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. With a dust cover on it. And Mega Man X. With the dust cover on it. And then I also traded a Super Nintendo Mini with all the hookups and one controller, and this is what I received. I received Mega Man for the Game Boy, Miss Pac-Man for the Game Boy, and this is what I was really wanting. He threw in a bunch of extra stuff that I didn't care about, but I wasn't going to say no. I received the instruction manual for the Super Mario Kart, instruction manual for Star Fox for the Super Nintendo, instruction manual for the Lawnmower Man for the Super Nintendo, Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo, Uniracers. This one's a little beat up, but it's a Killer Instinct. Battleship. Mortal Kombat. Gradius 3. Super Game Boy. I thought that was pretty cool. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That one's actually pretty thick. Super Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. And a Super Nintendo instruction manual as well. I also received a map for The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and I actually already have one, so this is my second one, and I can never have enough Zelda stuff. This one's a little more beat up than the one I have, because it's ripped, but it's still pretty cool to have that. On the back, it's got some dungeons and stuff. So that one's a little ripped. The one I have is more full and not ripped. And to be honest, I received this poster. I didn't know I was getting this either. The future is Forsaken. And that's for the N64. So. And I also got one more poster that I didn't know I was getting. Robotron X for the N64. And that was all the instruction manuals I received. I also received some strategy guides. Twisted Metal Black for the PlayStation 2. Tekken 2 for the PlayStation. This is a 4-in-1 guide. It's got Luigi's Mansion, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Wave Race Blue Storm, and Pikmin. Donkey Kong 64. And Super Smash Bros. For the N64. And I also got 2 Super Nintendo dust covers, a UMD video, The Evil Dead for the PSP, and I actually don't even have a PSP. It's just not one of the consoles that I felt like I needed to have. A full cover for a Super Nintendo game, and just a few PS2 games. Twisted Metal Black, that is complete. MX Unleashed, disc only. And Twisted Metal Head On, complete. I really didn't care about those, but he was gonna throw them in, so I was gonna take them. I really just wanted the instruction manuals, the game guide, and those 2 Game Boy games. Those were awesome. So that was what I traded for the mini Super Nintendo. And after I did all those trades, I went and met up with someone and bought the PS2 game that I was talking about. And that was a complete copy of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And I only paid $12 for this. So that was a pretty good deal as well. Alright, well that was my Craigslist pickups this time. Just leave a comment below. Tell me what you think the best pickup was. Tell me what you think the coolest pickup was. Like the video and please subscribe to my channel. Help me out so I can reach some more people so they can see my videos. And I will see y'all later. Peace.